Live, this is South Florida Today on NBC6 HD.
I think we all set a slew of New Year's resolutions, going to the gym, getting along with family and friends. Well, how about making your picky eaters eat some new food? We have Jenny Eisenman here with some tips to help our kids at the dinner table, and I think that you wrote this just for me.
I did.
I'm having some problems with my 2-year-old.
I did, but the great thing is she's young, and now is the time to start.
Okay.
Now is really the time to start.
She's looking a lot to her big sister, so help me out here.
Well, that's hard because, you know, the other people at the table kind of have to be an example, which is tough when you have siblings who are also picky eaters because they're setting the wrong example. So you need to kind of work on them both
I know.
as a group, but having out healthy foods obviously is going to help, and trying to minimize some of the you know, the high-fat children's menu type foods that they love, but you don't have to take them out completely. I mean, kids love those things, and sometimes they get into jags where that's all they want to eat, and that's okay.
I think it's helped to, you know, cooking healthy things with them.
Yes.
I mean, like peach cobbler instead of chocolate chip cookie.
Right, and that makes a difference, absolutely. And actually, that's my first tip. You see, you're already getting there, which is to involve the kids.
Okay.
So if you go with them to the market and pick out the food with them, if you take them home and cook the food, even if they're helping you stir, helping you put cheese on a casserole, there's so many things they can do to help, but the more invested they are in the process, the more likely they are to try it.
I think that's very, very true. It's also good with them, with the numbers.
It's great. It's a great, right, they're learning numbers, measurement, and it's a great, you know, they're not sitting in front of the TV. I mean, really all around, it's a great thing to do, and the more times that they make something, you know, eventually they're going to want to try and taste what they've done. They want to,
100% agree.
Their masterpiece. Also giving them a choice. You know, involving them by asking them what they prefer. You know, and the choices don't have to all, you know, it's not like you're going to say, do you want pizza or broccoli, but you might say, do you want broccoli or green beans or carrots? Let them pick, though, because then they feel like they have a little autonomy, you know what I mean? You don't want it to feel
I'm sure you're going to tell
on.
me, too, to leave out those unhealthy snacks, right?
No, you know what? I don't think that you have to completely obliterate anything from a child's menu. I really don't. I mean, if, you know, my kids love the kind of food you get at a restaurant, and but it's okay. I mean, they can eat that. You know, I'm not saying to make them the healthiest little beings on earth, because then they'll go to other, you know, they're just gonna, it's not realistic.
Well, we have to equip them with the tools, I guess, to
feed
themselves when they get older as well.
Absolutely. So you want to add some healthy things in, and another thing you want to do is limit your drinks and snacks. The more snacking you allow, and sugary drinks and juices within an hour to an hour and a half before mealtime, the less likely they are to eat. And they'll be fuller quicker, and then they might take only the stuff they really like off the plate and not get into the stuff that you like and that you want them to really try. And it's, you know, if you're going to pull that, you don't get dessert, or you don't, which I was telling you earlier, I don't necessarily agree with, but if you're going to do that type of thing, or you have to eat a certain amount to leave the table, it's much harder if they're already full.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
Then you're just kind of, you know, forcing them to overeat, which isn't good either.
What if they don't like something? Do you keep trying to give it to them?
You keep trying to get them to taste something, and you want to have it around. So what I mean is, if you put it out on the table, just having it on the table a number of times and not necessarily having them eat it, just familiarizing them with it. They say it takes 10 to 15 times of actually just being in front of something.
Try again, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Eventually, and if you put it on their plate too, I mean, you can put some steamed carrots on their plate. They might not pick it up the first 10 times you put it there, but
you've got to eat it yourself, though.
They might
eat it yourself.
Yes, that's very important. You have to be a role model, and the other people at your table. You know, my husband loves to mention what he doesn't like, which I have to tell him. You know, you can't say that. Tell them you like it. Lie. I don't care. Tell them you like it. And also bribery works sometimes. I'm never above bribery. Give them some stars, a special treat for trying new things. You know, don't make it about the health. Just make it about trying something new.
Stickers are great, too.
Stickers. Yeah. Whatever works for your own kids. Totally. Bribe, coercion. I'm all for it.
You heard it from the expert. For more parenting with a twist of humor, you can go to Jenny's website, thesuburbanjuggle.com. Always fun to have you here.
Thank you.
We're going to send it over now to Nathalie, growing a green thumb, I think. Back in the